Right, good morning everyone. This is a quick pop question just to see how good your knowledge is. See that thing behind me which is propped up on the door? I think it's fairly obvious what it is. To the less mechanically inclined, that's where it's normally situated. And to the eagle eye observer, you can see there are two sticks of wood in there. So what's going on with the situation? Well, if you have a look for the next few minutes you might find out. And on the other hand, this is something everybody can do. It's very easy. It doesn't rate very highly on the difficulty scale. The problem is obviously finding out what we can do with that in order to get that to work. So let's see how we get on. Show you, if you push the button, what exactly happens. So yeah, there's a lot of rumbling and groaning, and this doesn't sound healthy at all. So what I'm going to do is take the door card off and see exactly what kind of a mangled mess is behind that door card. So we'll attack that, and what we really need is those two things. It's an 11 or a spanner wrench and a star-screw screwdriver. So let's see what happens with that. Well, to all of those of you who've done this before, it's quite simple. Taking the door card off a disco. It's almost as simple as a Defender door, really, and it's just held on by a few screws here and there, specifically to take the speaker out, and the door handle itself, which is another star screw, which you sometimes lose when they pop out, but here it is. The 11. There's two bolts here, one in the front and one in the rear. That comes off. Remove this piece of trim here. It's just held on by some clips. Now we pull the card away from the door, which is basically some plastic clips. As long as you are a bit gentle with it, they won't break. If you know where they are, you can just pop them off with a bit of force. There you go. There's a couple on the bottom. Now just wind the door lock. There it is. Plastic here just for dust. You just peel away. It's like sticky stuff around the edges, and there you have it, the guts. And you can tell I've done this before because I removed this a few weeks ago. Tried to get it working again, but obviously something's wrong here, so I'll show you what that is. So first of all, we need a smaller wrench here, which I'm going to have a look for quickly. Right, so these are all 8s, all these bolts here, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them there. They hold the whole window mechanism in, and here's the clip holding the electrics, the feed to your switch. So what we need to do is undo all these bolts and the window itself. So I'm going to try and lower it a bit if I can. And there we have the beginning of it. I'm going to try and undo these bolts here. There's a bolt there, and there's another one there, and we can already see the culprit of the whole thing. So I'm going to undo those first. And what that means is that the window is now loose. You can try and raise it off the mechanism, and what it normally does is it pops out of the guide channel, so we have to try and reinsert those as well. But first I want to try and remove these screws, these bolts, and then take the whole mechanism out. Didn't sound very healthy. There's obviously a lot of tension on this bent and warped metal. So those are out. Now we have to unclip this, which you just pull apart by pressing that down. So now the whole mechanism is loose. There it is. What I wanted to do was to raise the window a little bit to give me some wiggle room here. So what you want to do is remove this out of the door. Right, so with a bit of wiggling and maneuvering, you can get this out of this bottom channel. And here are the remains of the window mechanism. And what I could see anyway, or what I've seen the last time, look at all this bent mess. Because the motor obviously keeps turning, and it just forces this, which is actually very soft, into twisting. And the problem I found was this one runner, which is plastic, and that seats into there and causes the scissor motion so that it goes up and down. But because it's popped out, it doesn't pull the one to the back side of the window, and the window sags. As it sags, it jams and it just twists everything around. So I've tried to repair it once, forced it in there, but obviously that little plastic Teflon nylon thing or whatever it is, it's not good anymore. So I'm going to have to just see if we can get a channel somewhere second hand, or see how else we can solve this. So anyway, what's happened now, the window, the glass itself, popped out of its channel. So we have to try and get that back in there. Just to get the panel in the groove again. And up there is where it normally sticks a bit. And it fades open at the bottom end at the front, because obviously the window doesn't come down this far. In that channel, you're going to raise up the window all the way to the top. Try and at least get the window closed. So I don't know if you can see that, but we're pushing it up there. And I put a screwdriver in here just to hold it for now. So that'll hold the window just a bit open, but have another quick up and see. You won't believe what I found, but these are two lengths of wood. I would say they're each 60 centimeters long, and they used to come from a box holding a new washing machine. So I thought, well, that's rubbish, but actually in this case they're pretty handy. Close the window. But two pieces of wood holding up a closed window on a disco. So it's a temporary solution, but it works while we drive around and try and find another one of these mechanisms, maybe a second-hand one, or yeah, maybe we'll have to resort to a new one, because yeah, are the old ones any better than the ones we've got? So now what I'm going to do is just attach the handle to the door so we can use it. I suppose this would rate as a 1 spanner on the Haynes level of difficulty, but still, just to show you that, you know, there are people out there doing their own thing and they're trying to keep their own cars on the road, and we'll let you know if we get a new one. So good luck with the next one. Cheers.